Once you download this image, it's really important that you follow the directions throughout the worksheet. There are 6 shapes total, and we'll start here at the top. And you'll see that it starts by directing you to click on the points. But first, you need to select the pen tool on the toolbar, which is about halfway down. And you'll see that when you click and hold on the pen tool, there's actually other pen tools. Just make sure that you're on the regular pen tool here at the top. Once you do that, we have to set the pen tool to make shapes. So you want to go to the top settings, and yours probably says path. I'm going to switch that to shape, and you want to give each of your shapes a red fill. So mine is set to no fill. I want to make this red. And then go ahead and give this a gray stroke. And make sure that it's set to 3 point. I hit enter. And also make sure that it is a solid line. So it shouldn't be dashed or dotted. Make sure it's set to solid. So once that is set, also take note of these important pen tool icons. You are expected to know all of these here, these 3. So first thing you'll see is an asterisk, and it says the pen tool, when it's doing this, is about to start a new path or shape. And you'll actually see that currently. So when you look at your pen tool icon, you'll probably notice that little asterisk because we are about to start a new shape. So to get started, you'll see these shapes with little points. And you're basically, it's like connect the dot. So you always start on the point that's kind of highlighted in green here. And you want to click in the middle of each point, and you just click to get started. And then click on point number 2 and continue to follow. You kind of want to work almost clockwise around. You don't want to jump around across. You want to just kind of follow the point numbers. So this here is very important. Right now, the shape is not closed. It looks like it's done because it's completely filled, but it's really important that you close each shape. So what you do is you click on the first point that you made. So it's almost like going from point A to point B to point C back to point A. And when you hover over that first point, notice how there's a circle. That is that pen tool icon up here. That is the pen tool telling you that is about to close up that shape. So once you see that circle, you simply click, and that shape is complete and you're ready to move on to the next shape. Notice how the pen tool icon has an asterisk. Again, it's about to start a new shape. So I'm going to move on to the second shape here. I'm going to start here at the green highlighted. And again, you're just clicking on each of these points, working your way clockwise around the shape. Now, here's when it gets a little tricky. Here it says you may need to lower the layer opacity to see where you're going. And this is going to happen a lot when you're using the pen tool and making shapes. So notice here I cannot see where I'm going, so I'm going to go over to my layer opacity and just lower it a little bit. So that way I can see where that point is. So once I set my opacity lower, I'm just going to click on that point and then close up my shape. And then I can up the opacity again. Okay, so this shape is done. And then this one I'm going to leave up to you to do. So I would pause the video, complete this little lightning bolt with the same technique going clockwise around the shape, but make sure you change your fill to yellow. So once you start your shape, you'll go up to fill, change it to yellow, and continue to fill this shape. So and then you'll move on to the next one. So finish these 3. And then once you finish these, you're going to move on to the second part, which this is where the pen tool gets more complicated when you start making curved lines. So anytime you have straight lines, you simply are clicking. When it comes to curves, you're going to notice these blue points pop up. And if you remember at the top, when you see a blue point, you have to drag a handle to that blue dot. Okay, so how this works, I'm going to go ahead and click on this red dot, but I'm not going to unclick yet. I'm simply going to click and push, And when you don't unclick your mouse yet, you'll notice these handles pull out. So I'm clicking and holding, and then I want to drag this handle where my little arrow is to that blue dot. Okay? You want to hold shift. If you hold shift, it makes a straight line. Notice how it kind of, so click, hold, shift, drag to this, and then unclick your mouse and then let go of shift. So I'm going to go ahead, once I set that first point, I'm going to set it to red, and then I'm going to move on. So click and hold, push down shift, and drag to that blue dot. Unclick your mouse, let go of shift. Click, shift, pull, unclick, let go of shift. Click on the red dot, hold shift, pull towards the blue dot, unclick your mouse. And then for this, when you close up the shape, you simply just click and it will finish the circle. So that one's fairly simple. So the next one is a little more complicated. So you want to start in like with the blue circle here and work your way outwards. So I'm going to click, hold down shift, drag towards the blue dot, keep repeating. So shift, drag, click, shift, drag, click, shift, drag, click. And then you'll change this fill to blue. And then go ahead and move on to the next one. So click, just keep repeating the same process. Okay, change this to red. And then I'm going to so shape 6 would be under shape 5. You can also start from the outside. It says to start in the center blue circle and work your way out. If you want to do the reverse, you can. I just think it's easier to start in the middle and then just All right, so click, shift, let go. This circle will be white. I'm going to set the fill to white. Drag that down. Okay, and you do that one more time. So pause your video, finish that up. The next part is mixing straight lines with curves. So this is where it really gets complicated, but it's still the same concept. So I'm going to grab my pen tool again, and I'm going to go and start here on the first point. So I'm just going to click. It's just a straight, like going to be a straight line. Click on number 2. Again, straight line, click, straight line, straight line. Okay, here's where we have to start clicking and dragging again. So I'm going to click, and I don't hold down shift because this is not a straight line. So I'm just going to click and drag to the blue point. And then here, there's no blue point, so I'm just going to click, straight line, click. Here I have to click, hold down, pull to the blue dot, click, click, pull, unclick, click. All right. At this point, I'm going to let you be on your own. Try to almost copy and reverse the rest of this. Remember, when you do a curve, you are clicking and pulling, unclicking, and then click. Okay, so click, pull, unclick, and move on. When you are finished with this, make sure you save this and upload it to Classroom. If you are having trouble with this, please let me know and I will come over and help you. And that is pretty much it for the pen tool. Good luck.